Hey guys, it's Sinem and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. So today I am doing a very special video, and that is going to be on the new Tati Beauty Textured Volume 1 eyeshadow palette, and I'm so excited to be testing this out today, so I'm actually not going to blabber on anymore. We'll have timestamps below on the screen to skip straight to swatches if you want to see swatches of everything, of all the shades, and then if you want to skip straight to the tutorial / demo to see how they perform. Let's just jump straight into this Tati Beauty eyeshadow palette. So as you guys can see, I'm going to be playing around with this baby today, and this is the Tati Beauty Textured Volume 1 palette, and honestly, I'm so happy I have this to use today. So this is what it looks like. It's super like heavy and good quality and sturdy. As you can see, this is a close-up of the shades, the glitters, the formula, and the overall color story. One thing I will say about the palette is that I wasn't keen on when it was released on Instagram. I wasn't really keen on the photos, but in person it's so much more beautiful. It's one of those palettes that you have to see for yourself in person to really get a feel of the formula and the colors and the story behind it. And honestly, the shades, just looking at it, it's just so pretty. I really can't wait to dive in and play with them. I have swatches of every single shade as well. I did arm swatches, and I will have that linked down below for a timestamp if you want to just skip straight to swatches. So without further ado, let's just jump straight into the demo and well / tutorial. I also want to just quickly mention the palette. So it has a glitter row, it has a metallic row, a sequin row, and also a matte row. Life of a beauty YouTuber, this is the mess that we have to deal with. So I'm going to go into my first shade, and the first shade I'm going to take is Soothe, which is this nice light brown. And I'm going to use the mirror. So wow, this is a huge mirror. So I'm going to first apply this as a transition. The mattes are super easy to work with, and I'm using a MAC 224 blending brush. So that looks really nice, and I'm next going to go into, I think I'm going to go into Story, which is this burnt orange, and taking the same MAC 224, and I want to play around with the mattes first. There wasn't much fallout on that one, so let's put this in the crease. These honestly blend so nice. Wow. So I will say, of course, these shades are just basic shades that you can find in a lot of palettes, like a Morphe palette. And there's not much to say about these shades, but what I will say is the formula is on point. You can see they're blending well together. They're not chalky, they're not dry, they're just really buttery and creamy. So now that we have the burnt orange, I think I'm going to go into maybe a sequin shade now. And I think I'm going to be taking Ritual, which is this chocolate brown, but it has some gold in there. You guys will see close-ups of these on these swatches, and apply that on, oh, that has a lot of fallout. Apply that just on the outer V right here, and I'm using a MAC 217. So it's going to add a little bit of depth, but also it's not going to be so matte, so it's going to add a bit of a sheen as well. It's one of those things that just translate better on your finger, and then when you put it on, the glitter doesn't translate on the eye, because this just looks matte to me now. So I'm not sure about that sequin formula, because it's just completely matte. Like, I see a tiny bit of a shimmer. Okay, this is really pretty. I like how the colors are coming well together, how they're blending. It just looks so nice, and I can't wait to use the glitters. If you're new to my channel and you guys don't know, I'm a huge lover of glitter, and the really funny thing about it was I never used to be a fan of glitter. Don't know what got into me. I think when I was working at MAC, I just got influenced and then started playing around more with makeup. Okay, so that looks super pretty. I feel like this would be like such an everyday look. Just do a lighter color on the lid, some winged liner, and you're good to go. So now we're going to play around with the metallic shades. I want to kind of play around with a bit of everything. So I think the shade I'm going to go into is this one right here, which is Calling My Name. It's like a bronze gold. Oh wow, super creamy. And I mean, let me just apply it first. Wow, it actually looks really pretty, especially on camera. I'm gonna go in with the gold again and just press that on the lid, and then we're gonna apply a glitter. I might add some of the purple. Now, I could go with any option. I could go with the rose, I could go with the bronze, or that's like a peachy bronze. So this one is from the Ritual Row, right there, and it's the glitter right at the top. So if I just do a little swatch for you guys, right there, what it looks like. It's just a very rich bronze with multi-dimensional glitters to it. So I'm actually going to apply that to the lid. I'm so excited. So let's give it a go. And let's see if we're going to get a lot of fallout. Okay. I want to scream right now in a good way. Like, I want to scream. Is that weird? And the way it applies like it has almost a glue or base inside the shadow. So it's almost like you don't need a glitter glue or glitter base to put down before. You can literally just swipe this on your eye and you're not going to get any fallout. It's just an incredible formula. I will say it is quite chunky glitter. It's not fine, so it is chunky glitter. Just be aware of that. Oh my god. I think I'm going to go in with Poet, which is the burgundy right there. Just going to put that on the outer V, crease, whatever you want to call it. So next I'm going to dive straight into Aura, this matte cream, and I'm going to take a little of that on a, I don't even know what brush this is, and apply that to the brow bone. So I don't want to add a shimmer, I just want to add, ooh, a nice cream highlight, but keeping it matte. I really need to get my brows threaded. Okay, you know what I'm shook about? Is just the blend of the colours. I think it's just so stunning in person. I really hope it translates well on camera, but I'm blown away by the formula and the blend of these eyeshadows, and especially that glitter. Just completely sold me even more on this palette. So I'm now going to go in with the NYX liquid liner just to line my eyes and create a sharp wing, and then we'll go on to the bottom lashes afterwards. I'm now going into nude eyeliner and taking this one by Max Factor. It's a kohl pencil, it's called Natural Glaze. This is just a nude eyeliner. So now taking a small little detailed brush, I think I'm going to go into Ritual, which is the matte brown. I didn't use that one, so let's use that. Then I'm going to go into Soothe, which is the matte, and take a little of that. One thing I will say is I wish each shade had names, because it can be confusing to say I'm taking Soothe but sequin but matte. And then we're going to go into a pencil brush, and I'm going to take this shade right here, that one, that cream champagne, and this is a metallic. Okay, this one's stunning. I'm going to be going into my Lash Magnifique lashes in Jasmine, which are really pretty flared out lashes. They're affordable as well. And if you use the code SINEM, then you will get 30% off on top. So it will be even more affordable. And I will have that linked below as well. So I'm going to go into these two and then I'll be right back. I'm going to go straight into swatches now. So I'm going to be swatching the glitter from the Memory row. The glitter is swatching a little chunky and a little more gritty. This is the metallic from the Memory row. This is the sequin shade. Look how incredible that is. It's like a black with multi-dimensional glitters to it. This is the matte and it's just a matte black. Going into the Ritual row, I'm first starting off with the glitter from the Ritual row. This is the one that I had on my lid. Next is the metallic from the Ritual row. Sequin from the Ritual row. Nice chocolate brown with a ton of gold shimmer. And then we have the matte, which is a deep cocoa brown. Going into the Story row now. So I'm first starting off with the glitter. And this is like a peach glitter with a ton of gold and multi-dimensional glitters to it. Metallic shade is a peach gold. The sequin shade from the Story row is a burnt orange, but it has a ton of gold glitter in it. And then we have the matte, which is just a pure burnt orange matte shade. Next we have the Soothe row, and the first shade I'm going into is the glitter from that row. The metallic is also a pale bronze shade. The sequin from the Soothe row is a matte, kind of brownish, yeah, it's a light transition shade brown with some gold shimmer. Last but not least is the matte from the Soothe row, and it is just a light chocolate brown. The next row is called Aura, and the first one I'm going into is the glitter again, and this is really unique. It's pretty much a holographic glitter. It's a silver base, but it has a ton of greens, blues, reds, silver glitters in it. Then we have the metallic shade from the Aura row, which is just a pure baby pink champagne. Sequin from the Aura row is really unique. It looks like a cream in the palette, but it's actually swatching really, really pink. So this basically has a pink shift to it. And then last but not least is the matte from the Aura row, and it is just a cream skin toned colour bone matte shade. And the last row is called Poet, and this is one of my favourite rows. So the first shade, as you can see, is the glitter formula, and it is a pure purple, almost rose gold. And then we have the metallic from the Poet row, and this is just a straight up purple metallic shade. It's more of a berry. All of these have a berry undertone. And then we have the sequin from the Poet row, and this is really unique. You can see it right there. So it's more of a duochrome, and it shifts depending on the light. So sometimes it can look just berry, and sometimes it can look purpley and blue. And last but not least is the matte from the Poet row, and it is just a straight up rich burgundy berry wine almost coloured matte shade. So that was all the swatches of the entire palette and the formulas. So my final thoughts on this palette is that it's so worth it. It is one of those palettes that's so pretty in person. You really need to see the palette in person to really fall in love with it, because like I said, in pictures don't do anything justice, especially for the glitters and the undertones. You're not really going to get that through pictures, and you really have to see it in person. It is a little pricey. I wasn't sure if I was going to like it, but it really is worth it. You get a lot of colors. So I think I'm going to stop talking about this palette now, because you guys know I absolutely love it, and you're going to see it in a lot of tutorials that are going to be coming up, because I'm going to be playing around with a lot more of these shades. So if you guys did find the video enjoyable and helpful for you guys, then don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I think that is it from me, and until next time, I will see you guys all in my next video.